If you've spent even 5 minutes on social media today or walked past a magazine rack, you've seen her, the ideal woman. She's perched on an impossible pedestal. We're told this is the standard, and anything less is a flaw to be fixed. I've sat in rooms full of brilliant, capable, magnificent women, and do you know what a common topic of conversation turns out to be? It is often a litany of unkindness directed at their own bodies. No wonder we feel like we can never measure up. Midlife in Motion is the podcast for women who want to reclaim their metabolism, maintain their mobility, and recognize their divine worth. I'm your host, Angie Collingwood, fitness and yoga instructor, body confidence, and menopause coach. This show bridges the gap between science and soul. We move beyond quick fixes to discuss the real pillars of longevity. Get ready to start dancing into midlife. Welcome back, amazing friends. Feeling like I can never measure up. The quiet questions. How did I get here? Why do I feel so poorly about myself? Why does it feel like no matter how hard I try, I just never quite measure up? Am I the only one who feels this way? And the hardest one of all, am I even lovable like this? As we close out Mother's Day this year, I think this is a sentiment that many women may be feeling around this weekend. Do you remember this quote from the Barbie movie? It is literally impossible to be a woman. You are so beautiful and so smart, and it kills me that you don't think you're good enough. Like we have to always be extraordinary, but somehow we're always doing it wrong. You have to be thin, but not too thin. And you can never say you want to be thin. You have to say you want to be healthy, but you also have to be thin. You're supposed to stay pretty for men, but not so pretty that you tempt them too much or that you threaten other women, because you're supposed to be part of the sisterhood. You have to never get old, never be rude, never show off, never be selfish, never fall down, never fail, never show fear, never get out of line. It's too hard. It's too contradictory, and nobody gives you a medal or says thank you. And it turns out, in fact, that not only are you doing everything wrong, but also everything is your fault. I'm just so tired of watching myself and every single other woman tie herself into knots so that people will like us. If those questions have been playing a loop in your head, I want you to take a deep breath right now. You aren't alone, and more importantly, you aren't broken. Today, we are going to peel back the layers of why we feel this way, and more importantly, how we can pivot. Because the answer to, can I feel better, is a resounding biological and spiritual yes. Let's explore some reasons why you may be feeling bad about yourself. If you've spent even 5 minutes on social media today or walked past a magazine rack, you've seen her, the ideal woman. She's perched on an impossible pedestal. She has the perfect home life, the thriving career, the effortless social life, and of course, the body that hasn't aged a day since 1998. We're told this is the standard, and anything less is a flaw to be fixed. I've sat in rooms full of brilliant, capable, magnificent women, and do you know what a common topic of conversation turns out to be? It wasn't about their strengths or their goals, their abilities and knowledge and wisdom. It is often a litany of unkindness directed at their own bodies. This role here, that wrinkle there. We've bought into the lie that our value is a math problem, a combination of the number on the scale and the shape of our genes. No wonder we feel like we can never measure up. We are comparing ourselves to an impossible image of perfection in home life, work life, and appearance. We're told to do whatever it takes to reach the ideal, regardless of the toll it takes on our mental, emotional, or even physical health. But let's get real. Research shows that the majority of us are dissatisfied with our bodies, spending millions of dollars every year trying to fix ourselves. We aren't seeing the many gifts and talents we have. We are focused on criticizing ourselves as never good enough, never measuring up, never meeting those impossible standards. We've started treating our bodies like objects to be managed rather than the magnificent, amazing gifts they were intended to be. So where do we begin? We begin by letting go of the story of what society has told us we should be. I want to ask a hard question. Are these beliefs even true? Do we actually need to look a certain way to be acceptable? We all have an innate need to belong, to feel a part of something bigger than us, to feel valued and appreciated. The enemy of our souls wants us distracted. If we can be hyper focused on our flaws, never recognize the magnificence of our mission. Think of it like a continuum. On one side, we have fear. Actions are fueled by shame, judgment, and the opinions of others. We might mistake this for humility, but seeking validation from the world is actually a form of pride. It's a scarcity mindset that says there isn't enough love to go around, so I have to earn it. On the other side, we have love, actions fueled by peace, gratitude, and a desire to feel our higher purpose. This is our higher functioning side, fueled by truth from our divine creator. One side is the lower functioning, fueled by lies and deception. The other is our higher functioning, fueled by the power of love and truth. When we lose the weight of the shoulds in our minds, our nervous systems finally feel safe enough to let go of the physical weight of worry and stress. When we shed the weight of judgment and shame, we may find it easier to let go of any extra stored energy we are carrying in our bodies. When you're fueled by respect and compassion for yourself, your results aren't just a quick fix, they're long term. Which side of the continuum do you want to be on? How can we feel motivated by love rather than fear? How can we find true validation and acceptance? How can we celebrate and enjoy our lives today, living each day to the fullest? What if you could give yourself the validation you are seeking from others? What if you could let go of creating self-importance from pleasing the diet culture? Whose opinion do I really value in my life? How can I shift my focus to understanding my divine creator's greater perspective and give myself the validation I am seeking? There's a beautiful verse in Philippians 4:8 that says, whatsoever things are true, are honest, are just, are pure, are lovely, are of good report. If there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Usually we apply this to the world around us, but what if we applied it to how we think about ourselves? Are your thoughts about your body honest? Are they lovely? Are they virtuous? I believe that virtue in our thoughts includes the virtue of thoughts about ourselves. Is the thought, I'm a failure because of my size, honest? Is it lovely? Is it virtuous? Is it honest to call your body ruined? Is it lovely to speak to your soul with contempt? Our bodies are the vessels for our souls. Your body is the one who allows you to experience all the joys and sorrows life has to bring us. The ability to love, hug, move, create, eat, talk, listen, see, hear, learn, cry, laugh, and so many other wonderful gifts. To summarize a quote by Susan Porter, when you know and understand how completely you are loved as a child of God, it changes everything. It changes the way you feel about yourself when you make mistakes. It changes your capacity to make a difference. Dieter Uchtdorf once reminded us that the most powerful being in the universe knows you and loves you. You have great value. As we open our hearts to see the truth in us and feel divine love, we find greater joy, becoming who we are meant to be. So how do we actually put this into practice? Understand your deeper why, or to quote Barbara from the show Abbott Elementary, your want behind the want. What is it that you truly want? Most likely, the deepest desire of your heart is to feel loved and accepted. Lean into receiving love from your divine creator. Allow that love to fill your heart. Give yourself the validation you need, and you will be able to give it to others. Love who you are, and you will be able to love others. Move towards self-care from empowerment, support, and respect. This will help us balance our care physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. Let's talk about something we can do for our physical health. Movement. My hope for you is for you to move to feel good, to stay functional, and manage stress. But if we move because we hate our bodies, it won't have the same effect as moving because we love them. So how do we actually move from love? We start by reframing the barriers that keep us stuck. Let's look at the lies versus the truths. First, we have the embarrassment barrier. The thought, I'm embarrassed for people to see me. the reframe. I'm doing this for me, not for their approval. The truth. Most people are far too worried about their own reflections to notice you. When someone judges, it reflects their insecurity, not your worth. Find a safe harbor space that feels more comfortable and use it to focus on the wonderful benefits of moving your body until your confidence catches up. Next is the dread barrier, the thought, I know I should exercise, but I hate it. The reframe, I move because I want to feel strong and energetic, not because I have to. The truth, movement isn't a tax you pay for eating. It's a celebration of what your body can do. Find something fun. Dance, hike, play pickleball. If it feels like a punishment, it's the wrong movement. Start slowly and allow your body to gradually adjust. Focus on how the activity makes you feel accomplished, stronger, and capable, rather than on how many calories you should be burning. Remember that moving your body can help you relieve stress, process emotions, and feel better. The overwhelm barrier, the thought, I don't have time for a workout. The reframe, I don't need an hour. I can take a walk with a friend or do a few squats while the water boils. The truth, small movements throughout the day can sometimes be more effective at maintaining your health than an hour workout and then sitting throughout the rest of the day. Look for pockets of time that could be better utilized by adding movement, such as taking the stairs, taking a mobility snack between meetings, or holding a plank between TV episodes. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Be consistent but flexible. If something gets in the way of your movement schedule, simply reschedule as you would any other important appointment. Next, the exhaustion barrier, the thought, I'm too tired to move. The reframe, I'll try for just 5 minutes. If I still want to stop, I can. The truth, getting started is often the most challenging part. Movement actually creates energy by increasing endorphin and serotonin levels. Give yourself a 5-minute micro yes. Tell yourself you can stop after 5 minutes. Usually, once the feel-good chemicals kick in, you'll want to keep going. These feelings often last long after you have stopped moving. Movement can increase your strength and stamina and help you sleep better. It's highly likely to help you feel more energetic and productive throughout your day. And last, we have the helpless barrier. The thought, I'm so out of shape, I don't even know where to begin. The reframe, I can start with one small step. The truth, there is no such thing as instant fitness. One small step at a time will get you to your goal faster than a giant leap that feels too overwhelming to complete. 3 months from now, you will be thanking yourself for starting something. It is also important to check with your doctor to make sure beginning a movement program is medically safe. Instead of that giant leap that feels too heavy to carry, I want you to try the Kaizen approach. This is continuous tiny improvements, one micro action today, one kind word tomorrow. Let's start right now. If you are in a safe space, let's take 1 minute to move our bodies. I'm going to start my timer right now. So reach your arms up overhead. Good. And then let's march in place and just really swing those arms and lift your knees. Maybe a little bit higher. Get some blood pumping. Get moving. Keep breathing. Good. We're already halfway there. Keep on moving. Good. Maybe shake it all out a little bit. Shake your arms, shake your legs, shake your head. Just feels good to release any anxiousness that you're holding on to. Reach your arms up overhead again and stretch over to one side and then the other. And there we are. Time's up. Nice job. How do you feel? This is just one small step. As we wrap up, think about something you truly value, maybe a family heirloom or beloved pet. You care for it, you protect it, you don't wish it were a different model. Now look in the mirror. Are you treating the vessel of your soul with that same reverence? You have divine worth. You have a higher purpose, and you are loved right now exactly as you are. Move from that truth today. If you would like to learn more about my upcoming workshop titled Your Quest for Weight Loss is Upside Down, send me a DM and I will get you on the email list. Now create space for your heart and soul. Place a hand on your heart and take a deep breath. Feel gratitude and give yourself a 20-second hug and embrace your power. You can start changing your beliefs about yourself and movement. Ponder on this question: what can I do to identify myself as an active person? I would be so honored and grateful if you could take my midlife in motion survey to help me better serve you. The link is in the show notes. Please share this episode with someone who needs to hear this powerful message. Remember to check with your doctor before adding an exercise program. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, keep moving, give yourself grace, and remember, you were born to bloom gold. You are building a foundation for the next 40 plus years of your life, brick by brick, breath by breath. You are a miracle. Treat yourself like one. If you know a woman who needs to hear this, please share this episode and remember to subscribe. I'm Angie Collingwood. Keep moving and dancing. This is Midlife in Motion. I'll see you soon.